Hey guys, it's Lindsay, and welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me. So for this week, I am planning out the week of August 3rd through the 9th, and I'm using the Beach Babe kit that is from Scribble Co. I have been having some problems with my computer, so hopefully I can manage to actually get this Plan With Me like normal. Hi Bailey, you're making some noise, babies. Um, I literally struggled so much. My computer froze the last time I tried to record this voiceover, and it was terrible. So I'm re-recording it, and hopefully I will be able to actually get through this whole entire Plan With Me. Essentially what had happened was when I was recording the voiceover, my computer kept lagging, and I have to project my laptop onto my iPad because the screen is still broken, and all of the Apple stores are still closed in my area, so I can't get my screen for my MacBook fixed. So I have to use my iPad and mirror it on there, but it lags so badly. So here's to hoping it's better. But I also really want to talk about really quickly, I eventually will put in my sidebar that High School Me is thriving. That was kind of my little note for this week. Also, I didn't like this washi, so I changed it out. The neon yellow was a little too bright for me, so I changed it out. But High School Me was thriving this week because this was the week that I literally watched every single Twilight movie, and I read Twilight the book again and Midnight Sun. So essentially what I wanted to do was first off, I watched the movies, and for some reason I just really wanted to like go through like the cringe worthiness. There's like a really big truck that just drove down my street. If you guys heard that, I'm sorry. I don't know what that was from. But I really wanted to watch the very cringe worthy movies. I don't know what it was, but I was obsessed with those movies when I was in high school. I went to so many midnight premieres, which was kind of like surprising because I was like, how long ago was this? This was like over 10 years ago. I was a freshman in high school, so 2009. And I remember reading these books. I was obsessed with them. Who wasn't, honestly? Like in high school when these movies came out, I went to I think 3 midnight premieres. And it was one of those things where you could buy tickets for it, but you couldn't choose your seats, so you actually had to wait outside the theater for hours on end to try to get a good seat. And I remember being so excited to see these movies, and then looking back on them now, I'm like, these are the most cringe worthy movies ever. They're so bad, the acting is so bad in them, but little high school me was thriving when I was watching them. So I did have like a Twilight marathon, and that then kind of inspired me to then read the books. Like I had a big thing where I'm like, I just really, really want to read the book. So I read Twilight, read it in 2 days, which is not surprising. I think I read them pretty quickly in high school as well. And then this was also, I don't know if this was specifically the week that Midnight Sun came out, but Midnight Sun also came out around this time frame, and I was like, all right, I have to watch, I have to read this book. So Midnight Sun is essentially the same story of Twilight. It's just from Edward's point of view, and for me, honestly, it's not my all-time favorite book, but it was really intriguing to see the different side of the story, to see Edward's perspective, and to kind of also be able to hear what other people were thinking like around him during like the time frame of the story. It was actually really intriguing to read it. I did get a little bored at the end of it, I will be honest, but that could have also just been because I read Twilight right before it, so it was the same story. So obviously I knew what was going to happen, but I genuinely did enjoy it. High School Me was thriving by like no other, and I did enjoy it. But would I read it again? Who knows? Honestly, I also read it on my Kindle, which could be why I also got a little distracted and didn't finish it right away. I tend to not read as quickly on Kindles or on like your phone or something, or your iPad, purely just because I get distracted and it's looking on a screen all day. I'd rather read from an actual book. But yeah, High School Me was thriving. I was so excited to finally read that. I have now actually moved on to New Moon, so I am now reading that one, which is kind of exciting. I don't know. I never thought I would ever read the Twilight series again, but yet here I am reading about sparkly vampires. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I just decided to read it. So, yeah, that was what High School Me was thriving about. Essentially, in short, Twilight movies suck. They literally are terrible. The acting is terrible in them. They get better as the series goes on, like as the movies go on. I miss midnight showings, and the books are not terrible, but they're also not great. High school me just loved them, and they're just not good. It's fine. Okay, we're actually going to talk about plans now, so thank you for staying through my TED Talk about Twilight, because that is essentially what this whole entire plan with me apparently is about, is Twilight. So, first thing for Monday, I put down a fancy label, and then this sleep-in script, which I'm so excited about, is actually a script that I made. So it is sleep in my handwriting, and I actually did print it out and foil it myself. And this has been a thing that I've been wanting to do for so long. I just never really knew how to go about it. So I did a little bit of research, and I did figure out how to actually create my old foiled stickers. The only thing I don't have yet is a Cricut / Silhouette. I don't have a cutting machine yet. I do eventually want to get one. I just don't know specifically which one I would want to get. I don't particularly have the money at the moment either. I do have to save up for it, or hopefully see if I can try to get it for Christmas. But I am doing a little bit of research to see which one I want. But I'm so excited to finally be able to put my own foil stickers in here in my own script, like, or in my own writing, because I wanted to do that. I still wanted to have some of my own writing in here, but I didn't know how exactly do that. So we created a sleep in script, and it makes me happy. So yeah, I slept in on Monday, and then I used a emoji that is technically a bullet journal emoji, but I don't bullet journal anymore, so I use that to mark a plan with me binge, and then I use a squared off half box, or squared off quarter box, sorry, and a Van sticky girl with some trash to mark that I cleaned the garage. I actually cleaned the garage 3 times this week. I also took out the trash 2 times this week, so yeah, we had a lot. I don't know what is happening, but like, something's happening with that truck. I don't know. I just heard like a weird like bang, which don't usually happen in my neighborhood. But anyway, it's nothing dangerous. Don't worry, guys. So yeah, I put down that Van Sticky Girl to mark that I cleaned at the garage, and then I did take out the trash, like I said, so I used a Magic Prince Co. icon for that. My computer is lagging. Oh no. No, don't do this to me. It was doing so well. Okay, guys, I really hope that this like voiceover is in time with me planning. I know I'm behind right now, obviously, because I'm still on Monday, but like, hopefully this doesn't get super off. It did last time. My computer froze, and then all of a sudden randomly sped up, and then I was like 3 minutes over what my actual plan with me was. So here's to hoping it's not. Anyway, so I did also get my chapbooks order delivered, which chapbooks is a thing that you can input photos onto, and then they create a book out of it with your photos. So I used a paper and milk book to mark that. And then my printer did get delivered. This was the printer that I had to purchase in order to create stickers. I had to get a laser printer. I didn't have one. So I did get that delivered on this day, so I just used a Scribble Prince Co. icon. And then I did do a face mask on this day, and I used a Whimsical Cat Studio girl to mark that. Okay, moving on to Tuesday, I put down a Bill Do sticker that is from Scribble Prince Co. It is not from the kits, it is from my leftovers. And then I used a Glam Planner lolly to mark that I did donate clothes. I don't have a sticker specifically for donating clothes, so I just kind of have been using these character stickers, and they work pretty well, and I'm just choosing whichever character kind of matches the spread the best. And then my sister was with me to go donate clothes, and we needed to get some lunch, so we did go to Del Taco, so I just used a Wonton and a Million Steamy to mark that. And then I did edit some photos on this day. So I used a Instagram icon from Magic Prince Co. and an edit script from Kinsey's Creations to mark that. Underneath that, I did use another Magic Prince Co. icon because I did clean underneath my desk. I have a bad tendency of like having underneath my desk be a catch-all for things, and it's not good. It's really not. So I did clean underneath my desk on this day to try to like clean out that. Underneath my bed and underneath my desk are the 2 places that are very much a catch-all, and I was able to clean out underneath my desk for the most part. I do have a bunch of like cleaning supplies under there, which sounds a little weird, but I do have a disinfecting wipes under there, and like small trash bags and stuff like that for my trash can, and then that way I can disinfect things when I need to. But other than that, it is for the most part pretty clean, which is always exciting. And then I used a half box and a lolly and pop from Glam Planner to mark that I did watch the Umbrella Academy. I am going to be using umbrella like character stickers to mark this now, mainly also because these specific character stickers that I used from Glam Planner are really, really big, and they're difficult to use when I'm like marking a rainy day because they take up so much space. So I figured they would work pretty well for the Umbrella Academy, and like she's holding an umbrella. It works. And then last but not least, on Tuesday, I did have to Venmo my sister, or Lauren. If you ever hear me talk about Lauren, she is my sister. I needed to Venmo her, so I just used a dollar sign icon from Scribble Prince Co. to mark that. Moving on to Wednesday, I put down a fancy label and another sleep-in script that I made. Like, y'all, it just makes me so happy. I don't know what it is. It makes me so happy to have a foiled script that is in my writing. But yeah, I did sleep in again on Wednesday. And then underneath that, I did create the scripts. So for some reason, I don't know why, but like I was struggling a lot with my writing during this whole entire plan with me when I was filming it. I'm not entirely sure what happened, but I think it was just because it was hot. It was like midnight when I was filming this. I had a fan on me. It was pretty cool, but it was still decently hot, and I was still, this might sound a little gross, still a little sweaty. And I think my hand was just getting stuck or something, and I struggled writing so badly. So I did have to write out, or like white out the scripts part and rewrite it again. But I did use a paper and milk, iPad, and pencil to mark that I did create scripts, which this was essentially me just like on my iPad on Procreate trying to like perfect the scripts and stuff like that. I created a sleep-in one. I believe I created a Starbucks run, and then also my birthday one, which my birthday one was a little bit thicker. My one thing I do have to get used to is using a thinner like brush in order to thin out the like font, I guess you can say, of the script, which is something that I will work on, but hopefully it will get better in the future. But yeah, so I do have to do that, but I am going to still use those stickers that I did already create and then tweak them from there. So yeah, and then underneath that I used a quarter box as well as a play Nintendo Switch from Paper and Milk and an Animal Crossing script from Kinsey's Creations, because this was the first time that I had logged on to Animal Crossing since my birthday, which was July 18th. So it had been a couple of weeks since I had played it, and I wanted to mark it. I mean, I mark Animal Crossing either way, but it was very intriguing to like log on after so long, and I was like, oh, I kind of missed this. And then, I played for 2 days and then stopped playing again. I finally logged on yesterday, I believe, which was the 20th. So, I'm playing like once every 2 weeks. It's fine. But yeah, I did play some Animal Crossing, and then we got Chick-fil-A delivered, so I used a food delivery sticker from Once More With Love to mark that. And then I did make an SPC order. Y'all, I'm supposed to be on a no spend. This no spend is not going very well. I placed like 3 orders today alone, and I was like, this is so bad. I'm supposed to not be buying stickers, but I discovered a couple new shops, and I'm like, I want to buy all the stickers. So, and also everyone's coming out with fall/Halloween stickers, and I'm like, I need them all. I need them all. So I made an SPC order because, I have no control. So I used an SP icon from Scribble Prince Co. to mark that, and then I did take out the trash again, so I used another Magic Prince Co. icon. And then this was a day that I did have my Twilight Marathon, so I used a quarter box as well as just a vampire that is from Once More With Love to mark my Twilight Marathon, which, again, the acting is just so bad. So bad. Moving on to Thursday. So first things first, I did FaceTime Eva, who is one of my friends. So I use this Fox and Cactus pastel-haired girl. She technically is like on a Zoom call because she's wearing like a jacket on top and then like pajamas on the bottom. This truck is coming back. What is happening? It's not a delivery truck either. I don't know, because my window's open right now. It's 9 o'clock at night, so my window's open and I can like see out. I don't know what that truck was doing. Maybe they were picking up something. I don't know. Ooh, y'all good? Okay, so it was definitely the truck that made noise, because that just made the same noise as before. Oh my god, whatever. Okay, anyway. Lindsay gets distracted. So yeah, I used the Fox and Cactus Girl, and then a FaceTime script from Kinsey's Creations, and then I just wrote in Eva's name. And then I did do villager hunting on this day because obviously I had just like logged on after 2 weeks, so someone wanted to move out, and I did let them move out. I had only one more villager that I wanted to have my dream villagers on my island, and I saved up so many Nook Mile tickets. Like, I had a ton of Nook Miles because I never used them because I specifically wanted them for Nook Mile tickets. And guys, I had 400 Nook Mile tickets, and I never found this villager. I was looking for Mary because she is just so cute. She has a little double chin. She's a cat, and she just makes me happy, and I wanted her. She was my last villager for my island that I wanted. Okay, guys, so my dad actually called me, so I don't remember exactly what I was talking about. I think I was talking about villager hunting. I don't fully remember. But either way, I never found my villager that I wanted, and I ended up having to buy her amiibo card in order to get her. I went through 400 tickets, and I never found her. It's so sad. But anyway, I used a Once on a Million sticker to mark that, and then I did have to pull some stickers for some spreads, so I used a Munchkin for that. And then, if you guys have been following me for a while and see my last plan with me, we have had a leak in our bathroom for a couple months now, and legit, it got so bad on this day because like we will put down towels. We usually turn off the water, and we're getting it fixed in a couple of days, or like in like a week or so, or 2 weeks, and we usually will put towels down to kind of combat the water a little bit, and we'll turn off the water. So on this day, for some reason, there was a lake in our bathroom. Like legit, I walked in and like there was an inch of water on the ground in our bathroom, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So I used a flipping off Munchkin to mark the stupid lake in our bathroom. Like, it's so annoying. We're getting it fixed, don't worry, but like it's the most frustrating thing to have to constantly change out towels and like constantly just step in water. It's not fun. And then I use a Simply a Mess Girl to mark a laundry day. And then I used a quarter box and a Fox and Cactus Girl reading to mark reading Twilight. Like I said, it only took me 2 days to read Twilight. I read pretty decently quickly, and if it's a story I already read before, I read it even faster. So I did read Twilight, and then I did do some late night texting, so I just used a Munchkin in bed to mark that. Okay, moving on to Friday, I used a half box and another Wonton and a Million sticker to mark that I cleaned the garage again. This, I think, for the most part, most of my cleaning on these 2 days was organizing things and maybe throwing away a couple stuff. It wasn't like the mass cleaning that we do on Sundays, so I did do a little bit of cleaning. I just don't know exactly what it was I did. And then I had to Venmo Lauren again, so I used another icon from Scribble Prince Co. to mark that. I was still villager hunting on this day. Like I said, 400 tickets. It takes forever to go through that. So I used a Wonton a Million Steamy and an Animal Crossing script from Kenzie's Creations for that. I essentially time traveled enough to not have to have my day change. That way it wouldn't autofill. So I did time travel a tiny bit to be able to keep my plot open so I could continue villager hunting. And then I used a Paper and Milk Muro from Paper and Milk. Really, Lindsay? Paper and Milk Muro. And a YouTube binge script to mark a YouTube binge, obviously. The script is from Kenzie's Creations. And then I did deep clean the kitchen on this day. So we actually had an issue. We have 2 fridges. Well, we did. We had one that was inside that was just our main fridge, and then we had one outside that was mainly for like water and like if there was any soda out there or any kind of drinks. And sometimes we would keep food in that one, not very often. Mainly we would keep it in the freezer if it was outside for food. But for the most part, the fridge was used for like drinks. And so essentially our outside fridge stopped working. Like it still would run, but either the coolant on it like broke or something. It doesn't keep anything cool anymore. So we then had to move everything that was from the outside fridge into the inside fridge. And it was mainly just the freezer that's the problem. The fridge is like not too big of a deal. But I had to clean the fridge out on the inside fridge. So I did use an emoji to mark that. And then I did also just deep clean the kitchen. So I used a Munchkin for that. And then last but not least, I put down a fancy label and a Whimsical Cat Studio girl that's reading to mark that I read Twilight. Okay, moving on to Saturday. So I did put down a Simply Watercolor Co. coffee cup and a Duncan script from Kenzie's Creations, because y'all know me, every Saturday we get Duncan. And then we've also been slowly going around our whole entire house and installing new blinds, and we'll install one, order the next ones, and then install another and order the next ones. So we did hang some blinds on this day, so I used a Munchkin that is technically an IKEA Munchkin building stuff, but I figured it would work for hanging blinds. And then I used a half box, and I believe this character's name is Pearl. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a scribbler from Scribble Prince Co., and I used that to mark that I did start reading Midnight Sun. I only did just finish it like a day ago, so it did take me a little while, like I said, to read this one, which isn't that big of a deal. I just kept getting distracted, but it did take me a little bit longer to read it, opposed to like Twilight that I read in 2 days. So yeah, I did start Midnight Sun on this day, and then I did, for some reason, want to mark washing my hair. Don't ask me why. I don't usually mark washing my hair, and honestly, I also thought I had specific stickers for washing my hair. Yeah, I don't. I don't know why I decided to mark this, but I did. So I used a lolly from Glam Planner to mark me washing my hair, and then I used a Munchkin with some clothes to mark folding laundry. I hate folding laundry with a passion. I don't know why. I hate it. I don't mind folding towels, but like laundry is just annoying. And then okay, guys. So this is a fun one. So back in March, I had to go to urgent care, which I think I explained a little bit of this in my last plan with me because I finally made the urgent care payment. But I had to go to urgent care because I had a problem with the right side of my face, and it was fully swollen. It had gotten to the point where it was almost swollen enough to where it almost, like, my eye was almost swollen shut. Also, sorry, filming Lindsay failed and forgot to put her camera on manual focus. So yell at filming Lindsay because she failed. I'm sorry, guys, that it's not on manual focus, so it will go out in and out of focus a little bit. But I had to go to urgent care to try to see if I can find a way to get the swelling down or to even figure out if we can like find out what was wrong. So essentially I ended up going there. They gave me a steroid to get the swelling down. I don't know exactly what it is that causes the swelling. I think I've kind of narrowed it down a little bit to my sinuses. So, fun fact about me, I actually have a really small nose. And I don't know if that plays into having small sinuses as well. It feels like it does because honestly, my sinuses are always clogged up. And I have bad allergies. And we have a lot of dust in our house because we don't have AC. So, we have no like air circulation. So, a lot of dust tends to settle in our house. And I believe that my face swelling is related to my allergies because I had a really bad stuffed up nose the night before. And then the next day, my whole entire face when I woke up was a little bit swollen. And I was like, oh no, this is no fun. I did end up taking an allergy pill and it did help a little bit. And then the next day, it wasn't nearly as bad. It did help with the swelling a tiny bit. But I do have those steroids still that they prescribed to me just in case if I do need to take them. It was a prescription that did have more than what I was supposed to take, so they don't expire until next year, so I can totally take them if I need to. I just hope that I don't have to, but I do have them as a backup. That way I don't have to go to urgent care during a pandemic. I'd rather not have to do that, but I do have them just in case if for some reason I do need them. But, it's fine. We had some face swelling. We got it down. We're good now, hopefully. So yeah, I used a munchkin to mark that. And then I did go a little bit on a Jurassic Park binge. So I used these girls that are from Glam Planner. I've had these for so long and I've never known what to use them. They're her characters, but in dinosaur form or like in a dinosaur like costume. So I just used those to mark Jurassic Park 1 and 2. I did watch 2 on Sunday. At the top of Sunday, I used a munchkin to mark But First Coffee. And then we did our big cleaning of the garage on this day. So I used a Simply a Mess girl to mark that. And then we did get El Pollo Loco for lunch, so I used some tacos that are from the Coffee Monsters Co. Ooh, I had a hiccup. I apologize, excuse me. And then I did have to certify EDD, which is unemployment. Unfortunately, Disneyland is still closed. It's been closed since March, and I have been on unemployment. So I still are certifying and stuff like that. So I did have to certify on this day, and I used a Simply Watercolor Co. icon to mark that. And then I used a half box, or a quarter box, sorry, and an emoji that is reading to mark Midnight Sun. And then my arms were so sore from hanging the blinds because they're above me, like they're taller than me, and oh my god, my arms were so sore. So I had to use an emoji that's like their body is aching to mark that. And then last but not least, like I said, Jurassic Park 2, so I used the Jurassic character sticker for that. Okay guys, so that is everything for this plan with me. This voiceover actually went a lot smoother than the other one, thankfully, apart from my dad interrupting. Fun fact, my dad actually interrupted and called me in the last one too. So I'm gonna flip through what's left in the kit and give you guys a little bit of a Viv wiggle. My computer froze. Oh my god, I literally just said it was fine and now I can't, like, the screen is still going, but I can't move my mouse. Okay, here's to hoping this is okay. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. If you did, as always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you are not already, and leave me some kind of comments down below. And I will see you guys in another video. Oh my god, my computer's freaking out. I will see you guys in another video very, very soon. Bye, guys.